Properties of real numbers. First property, commutative property of addition. This means two numbers can be added in any order without affecting the sum. For example, 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. And 3 plus 6 is also equal to 9. Example letter B. 4 plus 8 is equal to 12. And 8 plus 4 is also equal to 12. Second property, commutative property of multiplication. This means two numbers can be multiplied in any order without affecting the product. For example, 3 times 8 is equal to 24. And 8 times 3 is also equal to 24. Example letter B. 5 times 7 is equal to 35. And 7 times 5 is also equal to 35. Number 3, property. Associative property of addition. This means three or more numbers being added may be grouped in any way without affecting the sum. For example, 5 plus 7 plus 3. We group the first two numbers 5 and 7 and then we add them. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12 and then 12 plus 3 is equal to 15. This time, we group the last two numbers 7 and 3 and then add them. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. So this is equal to 5 plus 10. And 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. The answer is still 15. Number 4, property. Associative property of multiplication. This means three or more numbers being multiplied may be grouped in any way without affecting the product. For example, 5 times 4 times 6. We group the first two numbers 5 and 4 and then we multiply them. 5 times 4 is 20. So this is equal to 20 times 6. And 20 times 6 is equal to 120. This time, we group the last two numbers, 4 and 6, and then we multiply them. 4 times 6 is 24. So this is equal to 5 times 24. And 5 times 24 is equal to 120. So the answer is still 120. Number 5, property. Distributive property of multiplication. Multiplying the sum of two or more addends by a number is the same as multiplying the addends separately by that number and adding the product together. Example, 4 times the open parenthesis 6 plus 3 close parenthesis. The numbers we are adding are called addends. So the addends here are 6 and 3. We first find the sum of these addends. So 6 plus 3, 9. So this is equal to 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is equal to 36. Using distributive property, we don't find the sum of the addends right away. We multiply 4 by the first addend and then multiply 4 by the second addend. So we multiply the addends by 4 separately. So we have 4 times 6, and then plus the 4 times 3. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 4 times 3 is 12. 24 plus 12 is equal to 36. So the answer is still equal to 36. Number 6 property, closure property of addition. This means if you add two real numbers, the sum is still a real number. For example, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. 5 is a real number, 4 is a real number, and 9 is still a real number. Example number 2. Negative 7 plus 3 is equal to negative 4. Negative 7 is a real number, 3 is a real number, and the sum negative 4 is still a real number. Example number 3. 2.5 plus 3.2 is equal to 5.7. 2.5 is a real number, 3.2 is a real number, and the sum is still a real number. Example number 4. 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5 is equal to 3 over 5. 2 over 5 is a real number, 1 over 5 is a real number, and the sum 3 over 5 is also a real number. Number 7 property, closure property of subtraction. This means if you subtract two real numbers, the difference is a real number. Example number 1. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. 5 is a real number, 4 is a real number, and the difference, which is 1, is also a real number. Example number 2. 7 minus negative 3 is equal to 10. 7 is a real number, negative 3 is a real number, and 10 is also a real number. Example number 3. 5.5 minus 3.2 is equal to 2.3. 5.5 is a real number, 3.2 is a real number, and the difference, which is 2.3, is also a real number. Example number 4. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 5 is equal to 2 over 5. 3 over 5 is a real number, 1 over 5 is a real number, and 2 over 5, the difference, is also a real number. Number 8 property, closure property of multiplication. This means if you multiply two real numbers, the product is a real number. Example number 1. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. 8 is a real number, 2 is a real number, and 16 is a real number. Example number 2. 7 times negative 3 is equal to negative 21. 7 is a real number, negative 3 is a real number, and the product, which is negative 21, is a real number. Example number 3. 2.5 times 1.2 is equal to 3. 2.5 is a real number, 1.2 is a real number, and the product, which is 3, is a real number. Example number 4. 3 over 4 times 2 over 3 is equal to 6 over 12. And 6 over 12 is equal to 1 over 2. 3 over 4 is a real number. 2 over 3 is a real number. 6 over 12 is a real number. 1 over 2 is also a real number. Real numbers are not closed under division. For example, 6 is a real number. 0 is a real number, but 6 divided by 0 is not a real number. It is undefined. Number 9, property. Identity property of addition. The additive identity is 0. When a real number is added to 0, the sum is still the same real number. For example, 8 plus 0 is equal to 8. 1.7 plus 0 is equal to 1.7. Number 10, property. Identity property of multiplication. The multiplicative identity is 1. When a real number is multiplied by 1, the product is still the same real number. For example, 6 times 1 is equal to 6. 9.5 times 1 is equal to 9.5. Number 11, property. Inverse property of addition. The opposite of a real number is its additive inverse. Example letter A. The additive inverse of 6 is negative 6. Example letter B. The additive inverse of negative 9 is 9. Number 12, property. Inverse property of multiplication. The reciprocal of a real number is its multiplicative inverse. Example letter A. The multiplicative inverse of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. Letter B example. The multiplicative inverse of 7 is 1 over 7.